Do you have trouble seeing value in setting goals for yourself? Do you think New Year's resolutions are lame? This video is for you. So today we're going to be a little practical, because if you're anything like me, you could use a little practical in your life. Naturally, I am not an organized person. I just kind of flip through life and decide what I'm going to do from moment to moment. However, I have to admit that bringing organization to my chaos has greatly helped me in actually doing something with my life. Before goal setting, I had a ton of ideas swimming around in my head and they were all great, except I couldn't remember any of them. I was the queen of beginning projects and never completing them. I'm the kind of person that cleans her house kind of flitting from one room to the next. Like, I start off doing dishes because they're really dirty, and then somehow I end up shut up in a closet for 3 hours organizing my craft supplies. In the end, yeah, the kitchen never gets clean. So here are my top 5 tips for effectual goal setting for crazy people like me. Write your goals down. No, this is not optional. No, you don't just get to sit around and dream up your goals. You must write them down, or none of this is going to work. Also need to give an estimate for how long it's actually going to take to accomplish this goal. For instance, last year I decided to write a self-help book, so I had to do research online to find out how long a self-help book would take me to complete. 1 year was the typical estimation, so I wrote that down. Write a self-help book in 1 year. Number 2. Take your goals and break them down into measurable steps. So, a book is a huge undertaking. What all comes along with achieving that? I looked up the general process on writing a self-help book, and I broke down that process into steps. So it looks like this. Have a clear goal in mind for your book. Step 2, organize your ideas into clear chapters, and so on and so forth. Number 3, order out those smaller chunks and decide how many steps you will be doing in a day, in a week, in a month. How many hours will each step take? Will you need to acquire a babysitter to accomplish it? Will you need to take a trip to the library? Will you need financial resources? Will you need to learn a new skill? Get certified in something? Etc. Research, blah, blah, blah. Number 4, learn to focus. Acquire some sort of journal or planner. During the course of the year, you're probably going to have more brilliant ideas. And if you're anything like me, you'll want to accomplish everything right now. This very second. That's because it's easy to get bored with the current goal we're working on, especially if it takes a while to complete. In fact, as I was writing my self-help book, I had a great idea for 4 different novels I could write. I even wrote 1 chapter for each of them. So as you can see, this is where many people mess up, because many times their goals are based on their feelings and not on resolve. So I like to call this strategy the to-go box. I had to do this while accomplishing my goal to lose weight. I loved eating out. The only problem was that eating out portions are usually at least 2 or 3 times larger than the normal portion. So I would have to remind myself that to-go boxes are a lovely and beautiful thing. I can take this wonderful food and put it in a tiny little magic box, and then put it in a bigger magical box and enjoy that food again. With my to-go box, I can enjoy the things that I love and still accomplish my goal of losing weight. So, put your brilliant ideas that you have throughout your year while you're accomplishing other goals into your to-go box, your journal, and then you can enjoy that idea at a later date. Number 5, and this one's hard. Decide to see your goal through even if it doesn't end up the way that you thought it would. Completion does not mean perfection. After I write my novel that I have committed to writing this year, it may not be all that good, but hey, it's gonna be my first novel, and this goal has to be for me. I am making a conscious decision to see my idea through to completion, even though it may not be very good. And if I fail, I don't stop writing novels, I don't stop goal setting, and I don't stop acting on ideas. I simply get up and try again with the next idea, or even the same goal, done about a different way. Sometimes we don't get to decide whether or not we fail, but we do get to decide whether or not we're going to get up and try again. The master is only the master because he has failed more than the pupil has tried. Believe it or not, I'm still not a super organized person. In fact, I really only goal set once a year, and then in the middle of the year, I evaluate my progress to be sure I'm still on track. And at the end of the year, before setting new goals, I look back and see how far I've come. Remember that goal setting isn't disappointing when done correctly. Actually, when you don't goal set in some way or another is when you experience disappointment. Flitting through life, having a bunch of good ideas that are never acted upon, is fun until it's not. I have lived that revelation, and that's when I decided it was time to get serious about what I want to offer the world. It's time to sit down, be the mature person, and decide to goal set and see your tasks through to the end. A vision without action is only a dream. I have no idea who said that. So stay tuned for more videos from me. And hey, if this was easy, everyone would be doing it.